Let's switch gears here. Education in 14 schools in the North Rift region of the county is resuming following the restoration of peace in the affected counties.
The schools had been closed for at least 3 years due to insecurity and banditry. And as you'll hear now from Brenda Wanga, the government has deployed at least 5 officers at each school to ensure learning continues.
For nearly 3 years, Kapindasum Primary School in Baringo has been closed to learners, with the community that fed the school with pupils fleeing their homes due to insecurity.
Why?
The school is amongst those that were vandalized by bandits, making the school and the community inhabitable. After months of security operations in the area, as well as intensive repairs by a multi-agency security team, this school, like others previously affected by banditry, has opened its doors to learners who are slowly returning to class to quench their thirst for education.
Our children have been learning in the neighboring school, and to be specific, Kemorongian Primary, which is 5-7 kilometers away from here. And we came here on January 28.
The buildings here and in other reopened schools serve both as classrooms and dormitories for pupils and students who are now operating as boarders in a primarily day school. As they learn during the day, their beddings are neatly tucked in the back of the classroom, while their clothes are hanging on lines waiting for dusk to provide comfort for the learners and their teachers.
Boys hawana dormitory hata moja. Wanalala kwa hii madarasa. So tunatumia madarasa, mchana kuwa darasa na usiku inakuwa ni malazi yetu, tunalala pale.
It can be attributed to what we are witnessing with the number of students which has confidence to come here. In fact, we are still receiving students up to now. But now it has also strengthened the facilities. So that's a clear indicator that security situation has greatly improved.
Usiposa ukiona watoto wenye wako hapa, ukisikia 400 na wasasi wenye wako hapa ni 10 hivi, ujue kuna kitu mzuri naendelea, lakini wasasi bado wako na uoga kidogo.
Mpaka wengine wako Mkotio huko, watu wametawanyika vibaya kama au kwa na wametawanyika kama wewe au kwa na mahali pa kukaa. Lakini saa hii wana hamu ya kurudi nyumbani, na hata sisi tunaambia tumkuje tu, saa hii tumeshatangulia na tuko nyumbani tunakaa mzuri.
So great is the need for facilities that some schools have been forced to accommodate students from yet to be reopened institutions. The impact of this is evident at the assembly and in classrooms, but it is the only way to stem dropouts and ensure continuity of learning in the region. Security operatives who have been leading this restoration of peace and resumption of learning through the Operation Maliza Uhalifu say their work will only be done when all schools are reopened.
Able to achieve also relative calm in the area. The KDF has come in strongly to support in terms of opening schools, renovating schools, and I can say all the schools in Baringo North and other areas have been opened and they are operational. What we would want to see in the North Rift is that I would encourage the parents to take them to school, and we would want to see schools which have been opened, both communities, having mixed schools from all communities so that it can create the issues of cohesion.
As you remember, most of the schools were destroyed when the insecurity was high. And therefore, the first thing we had to address to ensure that the children come back to school is by renovating the schools. That's why we gave it priority. And it's a success, because out of that we've seen, for example, in the areas of Arabar, Kapindasum, we are seeing families which had been displaced and left their areas coming back. And is as a result of their children coming back to school.
Arabal and Kapindasum primary schools, both in Baringo South, were previously ghost schools, with many learners dropping out of schools and girls under the age of 12 being married. Scores of residents were killed, leaving high populations of orphans and widows. Since the reopening of the schools, there has been an upsurge in enrollment buoyed by the prevailing peace. Now each school is guarded by 5 security officers to ensure seamless learning goes on. With the security slowly returning, the Kenya Defence Troops are patrolling the hotspots, especially in Kolowa and Kapedo Bridge, areas of Mukutani and Baringo North, where bandits had made their hideout. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV.